good morning. I want to talk with you about a couple of things. My list of announcements is fairly short and a little bit repetitive. So the two very important things. So listen up. Teachers, if you would be sure that you have every student listening, there are two things I want to talk about that I think will be of interest to everyone. First is Legally Blonde. What a great show. Some of you may have seen my tweets last night after I got home from the show. I was amazed by it. I'm going to make this promise and this guarantee. We need to pack that place tonight. If you buy a ticket, and by the way, the tickets are $5 for students, but $3 if you have an activity ticket. If you buy a ticket and go, and if you don't totally enjoy the performance, I will personally refund your money on Monday if you just come to me. That is how confident I am that you're going to love the show. And I'm talking to students, faculty, staff, everybody. It is just such a funny show, and the performances are so awesome that you can't miss it. You just can't miss it. It's tonight at 7:30. It's tomorrow night at 7:30. I'm going back for the second time tonight. This morning I have talked with the show about some seniors who went. J.C. Beer was one. Let's see, Logan Eckhart was another. Augie Berstrom was the third. Augie said he's thinking about going back a second time. He thought it was awesome. So don't just take my word for it. There are three respected seniors, J.C., Logan, and Augie, all made a point to tell me this morning what a great show they thought it was. Legally Blonde tonight, 7:30, and tomorrow night in the Washington Auditorium. Now, my second topic is an email that I got. And I really want to read this to you, and because I think you'll find it really interesting, but I hope you'll also find it an incentive to keep on doing what we're doing here at this high school. So this came from Annie Berquist. She is a student at the University of Missouri. And if you guys watch the news at all, you know that the University of Missouri has had some racial problems lately. And so much so that the president resigned and the provost is kind of like a vice president, I guess, at a university. They have both resigned. There's just a lot going on there. Annie's a student there. And she says, "Dear Dr. Plagman, I just want to thank you for creating such an accepting and unified community when it comes to diversity at Walk." This is about me, by the way, not about me. This is about all of you. As a current student at Mizzou, that's what they call University of Missouri, it is disheartening being surrounded by such segregation and separation. Of course, there are many students and faculty, such as myself, that are advocates to end the racism and be part of the movement to promote unity and equality among all here at Mizzou. However, there's also a large amount of people in this community that have fallen victim to ignorance or lack of concern regarding this issue because they have never been exposed to a diverse community that has had such success like I have. I am so proud to say that I went to a high school that promoted the unification of all, no matter what identity one possessed. I can genuinely say that I am so passionate about ending the inequality and tensions between racial groups at Mizzou because I know that it is possible for a school to be unified as one. I am so fortunate to say that I was, and still consider myself, part of the George Washington family. Wash High School and Cedar Rapids School District in general is a very special place. The students, faculty, and families at Washington are a great example of what a truly inclusive and accepting community looks like. I'm going to do all I can to help get an environment at Mizzou that resembles that of Washington. Isn't that a great statement from Annie Berquist, totally unsolicited, just an email she sent to me this morning. And she specifically, I'm just going to mention one more little sentence, talks about how this school promotes and sets a safe place for all, regardless of race, age, that'd be me, I'm the oldest, gender, socioeconomic status, religious affiliation, or sexual orientation. So congratulations to everybody here. We all have a part in creating that environment that Annie Berquist remembers as such in contrast to the situation at Mizzou right now. So thanks for listening to those two, and see Legally Blonde tonight or tomorrow night. Happy birthday today, Jaden Harrelson, Julia Pullman, and Carrie Sturgis, speech team members. Very important, brief, but important meeting for everybody in the speech team. I think it's about 120 some or 30 students. That meeting is after school on Monday in room 218. All speech students should plan to attend. And I think the rest of them I can give in a minute if I have time. But I better talk about lunch. There's something new today, barbecue turkey sandwich. I think I'm going to try that. Walking taco, fish wedge, pretzel grabbable, turkey sub, or cheesy garlic bread with marinara sauce. So the announcers, you're up.
Last day to help the men's swim team, so buy some popcorn after school. It's really good. Hello, my name is Carrington Moore, and Carrington knows all about spirits. Just like DP said, come see Legally Blonde tonight at 7:30, and $8 for adults, $5 for students and seniors, and $3 for anybody who has an activity pass. So come see Legally Blonde. Snaps.
And that, of course, is one of the characters from Legally Blonde. Carrington does a great job, but there's about 80 in it, and everybody does an awesome job. I have some time, so I will read the rest of the announcements that I probably should have. And seniors, some of you were stressed that you didn't get your order forms for cap and gown and announcements and stuff like that turned in. Those last 2 days when the Herb Jones rep was here during lunch in the main foyer, well, don't stress anymore. Just bring them in as soon as you can and give it to Mrs. Carter in the activities office. Do it as soon as possible, but we're going to work with you. So there's no drop dead deadline for that, but it's good if we get that in as quickly as possible. A lot of you are bringing them in every single day. We're well past the halfway mark. IJAG will be going around doing announcements and in the lunchroom collecting change all week for veterans. All money raised will go to the VA. And IJAG is also holding a fundraiser to duct tape Dr. Nyberg to the wall. If you spend $1, you can buy 1 strand of duct tape. The duct taping will take place on Friday the 20th. I believe it will be a week from today. And IJAG officers will be selling tickets during both lunches this week. And the Washington Literary Press is seeking admissions for the 2nd issue of the year. And it's entitled What the Future Holds for Us. And it's a science fiction issue. Original poetry, prose, and art can be submitted by dropping it off from room 242 or sending it to online, WashingtonLiteraryPress@gmail.com. WashingtonLiteraryPress@gmail.com, and December 4th is the deadline, and we already heard about the popcorn. I tested that popcorn. It is really, really good.
Shout out to Shondell Young on his performance in Parade. He's been Thursday, Friday, Saturday performances. It's been at the Scottish Rite Temple.
Oh.
Excellent performance. Saw it last night.
Did you hear that? That was Mr. Werder talking about a performance he saw last night of our own star, Shondell Young. 3-night performance, and apparently he's awesome in it. No surprise there.
Past graduate Aaron Smith as well.
Oh, and Aaron Smith is there also. Great. All right. Well, again, thank you for all your efforts, and we must continue to make sure that this is the kind of environment that Annie Berquist and others like her can be proud of when they go off to their new communities and colleges. And see Legally Blonde. Thank you for your attention to these announcements.